So hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to the channel. We are here for February's messages. I'm going to be using my vice versa tarot and my Shadowscape tarot to get some insights for you and the energies for this month. Please keep in mind, if it doesn't resonate for whatever reason, you can watch your other placements. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, whatever it is that may resonate more with you depending on where your alignment is. Also, I always recommend watching each of the 12 signs and seeing how the energies may pertain to the house in which that sign rules for you in your birth chart, okay? It'll give you some additional interesting insight to view them that way. Also, there is going to be a separate video called Ophiuchus for guidance. Okay, so each of the signs can have guidance moving forward. That will be in a separate video. So I hope you check it out after you're through with this one. All right, so without further ado, thank you for joining. Drop a like, leave comments, let me know if they resonate, and we are going to get right into your message. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio and Scorpionic energies. Spirit, please. Insights for our Scorpio, Scorpionic energy for February. Here we go. A lot of people don't know I'm a Scorpio stellium. They know I'm a Sag stellium. They don't know I'm also a Scorpio stellium. So, what is going on for Scorpio for February? What is going on for Scorpio, please? We've got the Two of Swords. Scorpionic energy for February. Four of Wands reversed. The Chariot upright. Give me one more. Ooh, two more. The Six of Cups and the Knight of Coin. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. Back face. Top of the deck is the Seven of Coins, also back face. All right, so Scorpio. Right off the bat, feeling with these energies. I think you are prepared to walk away, turn your back on something. I think the truth of the matter is, especially with the Seven of Wands under that, I'm feeling like the Queen of Swords is looking at the reality for what it is. And something hasn't grown or thrived the way that you had thought or hoped. No matter what efforts you had prior, put in, what you had previously put in. I feel as if the environment you were trying to grow something beautiful in wasn't great. So if you were trying to grow something beautiful with someone, their actual energetic environment did not allow the thriving creation that you were aiming for to actually happen. The environment you chose to grow in, or the person you chose to grow with, that you had some beautiful idea of what it could be, right? Looking at the tree, but in your mind, like you were seeing it lush, you were seeing it full, you were seeing it bountiful, like you were seeing this beautiful outcome, this beautiful potential. But the reality is the environment of that person's energy was not capable of creating such an outcome. And so now I think with the storm behind you, I think that you're making the choice this month whether or not to move forward. I think you're looking at the light of your moon. I think the full moon is going to be significant for you coming up on the 5th. I think the full moon is going to be big. But I think you're making a decision because you can't actually continue to sit there on that rock. Like, you've got to make a choice. And so if it's a divine counterpart or someone you deemed a twin flame or a sacred soulmate, I think you're dropping it. I think you're dropping it. Because this is the beautiful vision that you had, right? This lush green, growing, full of grapes and fruit and shit. Like, you had a beautiful vision. Or wisteria, that could definitely be wisteria. But you had this beautiful vision, this happily ever after. We can be, you know, it's reminding me of that song. So long as we are together. So long. Oh, what is that? Oh, I don't remember the artist's name. So long as we are together. So long. Might be from Californication. What is that song? See, now I want to play it. I'm mad that I don't know what that song is. Minchin. This is exactly the song that was playing in my head. Yeah, that song. So I think that you are well aware of the fact that your connection with someone is divine. It is highly aligned. I don't think you would have been able to see it in your mind's eye for it to be beautiful like this if it wasn't capable of being like that. I think the reality is someone has energy work to do, and you have to move forward. Like, you have to heal. You have to be able to continue on your path. You know what I mean? Because it's like the universe is pushing you forward. It's making you take your own cup of love with you and having you move forward. Even if that means it's without them. Because this 6 of Cups, the soulmate card on the front face, both are present, but in this face, the gentleman figure is just standing on the balcony looking down, and their soulmate's not there. And I think it's because the soulmate's taking too long. They made their choices. Like, this is a free will arena. And there's lots of potential connections. I think there's lots of potential that we have with souls here. I think we have multiple soul contracts for a reason, because of free will. And I think whatever this contract was, because I feel like it's the other person, like, had they actually gone through their healing and created a better energy environment for themselves in here, had they gone through the healing, I feel like it could have been beautiful, but they made certain choices and they didn't. They chose not to heal. They chose to stay the same. They chose to stay in their shadow. They chose to stay in an empty, lack, whatever vibration. Two of Swords clarified by the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, the Four of Wands reversed clarified by the Ten of Swords. It's a betrayal to the beauty of what could have been. I think your soul definitely feels betrayed by whoever that was, because it had so much potential. And yet you're still afloat. You know what I mean? Like, you're still floating above whatever this desolate, barren scape is. Like, even here, you could see the figure here is literally being carried. She's being carried and floated above this harsh landscape, which is exactly what this is. You're rising above the betrayal of it all. Because even if they didn't do anything to outright betray you, the fact that they chose not to heal and move forward with that high soul contract in and of itself is a betrayal of the soul. Really, like 11/11. As I'm recording this, given it'll be a different time when I stitch in the intro, but right now, like, yeah. And the train's going off. Like, how much divine confirmation do you need? Like, this was a soul betrayal. Someone was contracted to go through a certain healing in order to elevate, and they opted not to. Of their own free will and their own choices, they opted not to. Clarify the Chariot and the Six of Cups with the Knight of Coin for me, please, Spirit. Yeah, the Two of Swords again. Two of Swords. Like, you had to make the choice to move forward. That's ultimately what you chose. The choice you chose to move forward. And it sucks. It sucks, but you've got to, you're severing it. You're severing it. Clarify the Six of Cups with the Knight of Coin. Yeah, Ten of Cups reversed. It sucks. It's not what you wanted. Ten of Cups reversed. It's not what you wanted. Three of Swords is on the bottom. Two of Wands on top. Like, you couldn't wait around. Scorpio. You couldn't wait around. Someone wasn't fucking showing up and growing. Someone wasn't bringing the right energy to the table. This was what you saw in your mind's eye. Your connection with this person, what you saw in your mind's eye, that potential was real. And they're not growing. They're not. Their energy isn't getting better. And it's interesting that we brought up Californication because, you know, in that series, the main character, like, he's a genuinely good person, but he's got genuine fucking issues, you know what I mean? Like, genuine issues. And he has this relationship with his wife slash ex-wife, you know, the mother of his daughter, and the love between them, it coulda, shoulda, woulda been great. It coulda, shoulda, woulda been great. But he kept fucking it up. You know what I mean? Like, he kept fucking it up. He never actually wanted to improve enough to be the person that she deserved. truly, and in wholeness. Like, there were pieces of him that were beautiful that she deserved, beautiful pieces of him that she loved about him. But every time he fucked up, the fact that he couldn't stop himself from fucking up, it ruined it every time. Like, he wasn't giving the best of himself. He was giving beautiful pieces and then a bunch of shit. And I think that's what happens. Like, you have someone who there's beautiful, beautiful pieces to them, reasons why you love them, beautiful reasons why you love them, and yet the part of them that fucks up, it literally fucks it all up. And you can't achieve the beautiful, thriving, joyous, happily ever after 10 of Cups dream with someone whose energy is shit. You can't have happily ever after with someone who refuses to fix their mistakes, who refuses to heal. You can't. So you're kind of stuck, and it sucks. I feel for you, Scorpio. I feel it for you. They're taking too long. Their growth is way too slow. And you're moving on from it. Which is, you know, Scorpio is a very all or nothing sign. So, like, if you cared about this person, you gave your all to it. You gave your all to it. And you probably stayed determined and cheering for them, like, longer than you care to admit in hindsight. Because had you known that, you know, if you just held on a little bit longer and just held on a little bit longer and just held on a little bit longer, that it was going to work out, then it would have all been worth it. But you kept hanging on a little bit longer and hanging on a little bit longer, only for it to ultimately not go anywhere anyway. And now you have to let it go. And it's like all that hanging on and all of that hoping. I think someone really let you down. I think someone really let you down. Damn, Scorp. I feel like I need, like, after reading this, I feel like I want to do your March and April and May. Like, when does Scorpio finally get someone worth a shit? You know? But for February, I definitely feel like you're moving forward. I feel like you're moving forward because someone doesn't love themselves enough to love you the way you deserve to be loved. I'll catch you in Ophiuchus. Bye, Scorp.